Hi folks, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to see this broadcasting deal that the SPFL Premiership negotiated with Sky a bit more positively. I know a lot of Rangers fans are complaining. I think that's what, 4 games we've played away from home this season that haven't been shown live on Sky. We had our second trip to Tynecastle, our second trip to Easter Road, a Saturday afternoon game against Livingston, and this trip to Paisley for our final SPFL Premiership match of the season against the Buddies. We've won them all by 3 clear goals. 3 times 3-0 and that 4-1 in the midweek at Easter Road. So I think it's been quite a lucky deal that we've negotiated, although of course no luck required in this win on Saturday. Michael Beale just eschewing the sentimentality that had dominated his selection against Hearts on Wednesday night. 3 players, 3 of the 5 stars of 55 who were announced as leaving the club early last week. 2 of them started, then Scotty Arfield come on for a run out against Hearts. I think ultimately Alan McGregor has cost us he's cost us the 2 points and cost us a 100% record in these post-split fixtures. He definitely played a part in the goals that we conceded against the Jambos on Wednesday. None of that on Saturday. We had Rabbi Matondo back, Yanis Hadji back. Ryan Jack came in for Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara got a run out the other night against Hearts, and although he wasn't announced as leaving, and although he probably his man of the match performance against PSV in Eindhoven might have helped us get our most crucial win of the season, getting us back into the Champions League for the first time since the horrors of 2012. Glenn has looked generally disconnected, disenfranchised with the club. I think he just wants he needs a move as much as anybody else. And I think he will get one during the summer. So I think he got run out the other night as a kind of goodbye to Ibrox, even though it wasn't announced as such. He was replaced by Ryan Jack, as I say, on Saturday. Leon King, who went through the horrors of that Champions League group stage, getting deep-ended because of injuries at centre-half. He get brought back in kind of gently for a start on Wednesday night against Hearts. He was benched again on Saturday in Paisley, although he'd come on later in the game and acquit himself very well, which is good to see. Happy for Leon. And we had Robbie McCrory back in next. He didn't have a lot to do, but what he did very well, especially coming off his line quickly. We'll deal with Alan McGregor in another video about his legendary status and why he has earned that, but it definitely is time for him to move on. And I was actually happy to see Robbie back in goals, and I'm happy to know that the boy is willing to challenge for his first team place next season. You're worried it's going to be one of those games. It's the end of the season. St Mirren can't go up or down in the league. We certainly can't go up or down any places in the league. Nothing to play for. The referee blew the final whistle on 90 minutes and 2 seconds. Now, when was the last time you saw that? 2 seconds of injury time, particularly when there have been so many substitutions in the game. Rangers are in the all-orange kit, away kit, just as we'd worn the Monaco away kit a week ago at Easter Road, where there's no real need for it. Try to get stuff sold towards the end of the season. Real end of season feel. And you're worried that Rangers, particularly when we started the way we did, real easy possession. You're worried we're going to do that thing the manager diagnosed as seducing ourselves with possession, kind of lulling ourselves to sleep by having too much of the ball. John Lundstrom, the big move, he went into centre-half in place of Leon King. Not John Lundstrom going into a pre-established centre-half pairing as he has done in Europe and becoming the middleman in a three centre-half defence. This was him just playing the Connor Goldson role, the right-sided centre-half, but luckily he was next to John Souttar. And the one thing about that, John Souttar was man of the match. John Souttar has just been absolutely outstanding and already proven he can play with about 25 different players, despite the fact he's only made about 6 starts for the first team. He's so flexible, such an intelligent player. So you're with him and Lundstrom, who's a midfielder, obviously, are really good with the ball at their feet. The distribution was first class. So Rangers were starting attack after attack really intelligently. But there was a lot of kind of flaccid shots, a lot of kind of poor attempts on goal. Not a lot happening to test the St Mirren goalkeeper, who I think was also making his first team debut, until Fashion Sakala. 26 minutes, Ridvan Yilmaz slots the ball up the line, slots it right down that left-hand side. A beautiful ball. Now, is Ridvan getting a game so often under Michael Beale in these post-split fixtures just to kind of shot window him, or is he going to be the man who's going to challenge Borna Barisic? Is Borna Barisic going to be sold? Is Ridvan going to be our first choice left back next season? Well, he did himself no harm in that respect with a beautiful ball up the line to Fashion, who kind of outmuscled and outpaced his immediate marker, and then cut right across the St Mirren 6-yard box, leaving 2 defenders and a goalkeeper on their backside. And he's got the Seiko Logistics advertised on the back of his orange jersey, Fashion, but it's a Sakala illogical finish again, where for the 3rd goal in a row, the ball just kind of trundles unconvincingly over the line. He had that against Joe Hart, we're expecting him to smash the net. We kind of trundle just inside the post that game against Celtic. Other night against Hearts, the defender ends up carrying the ball over the line. We're expecting Fashion to smash the net, and the same again with this goal. And Saturday, it's a goal. It's another goal, and that was the main thing. And Fashion really enjoyed it. Great celebration in front of the St Mirren fans. And I say you're worried that. Is that going to be enough for us? Are we going to do that thing we did against Hearts? We thought we've got in front. It's the end of the season. We've got hundreds of the ball. We don't need a second goal. We don't need to go 2 goals in front and end up getting punished the way we did against Hearts the other night, which was, that was indicative. A problem that's happened, a problem that's occurred a lot in the past under Steven Gerrard and under Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, where we think a game's done at 1 goal up, but especially against opposition that's further down the league, that's just happy not to be getting tanked by Rangers, they will get energised towards the end of the game. St Mirren, as I say, have a much better season than us. They have something to celebrate this season. They might have wanted a wee kind of home celebration. They might have fancied a wee equaliser and a late winner or something as our heads went down. So we needed a second goal, and early on in the second half we got it. And again, Red Van Yilmaz has given the ball to Fashion just inside the St Mirren half, but this time Fashion's almost on his own halfway line, and he just piles forward and he starts cutting across the 18-yard box this time, and he smashes it right into the bottom corner of the net. The St Mirren goalkeeper wasn't. He's a big fella. I know he's a big fella. We take our time getting down to these kind of low shots, so he struggled to get down in time. He didn't cover himself in a lot of glory, but it was a much better goal for Fashion. And the Fashion Sakala has started this game a goal behind Alfredo Morelos, and the scoring stakes in the league scoring stakes. That was him overtaking Alfie. That was Fashion moving on to 12 goals. The next guy to catch was Antonio Colak, who was on 13 goals at the start of this game and was on the bench. So when Michael Beale subs Fashion Sakala for Antonio Colak, Fashion is not happy. So don't give me all this. There's this kind of almost borderline kind of racist meme about Fashion. He's so smiley, he's so cheery. I don't like that kind of stuff. Talking about an African chap, and Fashion absolutely hates it. He's bailing, same at Easter Road the other week when he gets subbed off. He's not happy at all. He's a focused, hardened professional, Fashion. We know his finishing's not the best in the world, but that's 2 goals he's got himself on it, and he was raging. And it was proved correct to be raging to get subbed off the other day, because we win a corner, and all praise to Adam Devine, who come on as a sub for the captain. He came on for James Tavernier, getting to play it right back for once this season. Adam Devine, his natural position. And whereas Tav would win as a corner down the right-hand side with back flicks and lovely wee touches and nutmegs, what have you, Adam just punts the ball forward and just chases down Mark O'Hara, the St Mirren defender, until O'Hara belts the ball, tries to belt it off Devine, and it comes back off O'Hara. Todd Cantwell, another fantastic performance. As usual, this guy's absolutely sensational. He's absolutely everywhere on the park. But it's obviously a pre-worked move. He sends in a lovely kind of flat, floated, kind of back-spinning corner to the edge of the box, where tiny Nico Raskin, chunky but tiny Nico Raskin gets totally clear. He gets up and nods the ball to the back post area, and 2 yards from the back post in comes Antonio Colak for his 14th league goal of the season. Classic poacher's finish. And if Tony is going to go, he's had a hard season with injuries and what have you. If he's going to go, well, it's a nice moment for him to get to say goodbye to the Rangers supporters by basically diving in amongst them. Lovely moment. St Mirren, what did they really offer? Bit of violence, really. When you multiply Curtis Main, who's built like a rugby league player because he plays like a rugby league player, by Stephen Robinson, who's a manager renowned for his thuggery. We all remember that League Cup semi-final against Motherwell in particular, with a lot of broken noses and what have you that day. You get him going through on Robbie McCrory, leading with studs up and then following through with his trailing foot, somehow only getting a yellow card from the referee. But there was a bit of kind of petulance against Todd Cantwell and Raskin, but never really amounted to anything. Rangers end the season on 92 points. That's a point less than Celtic won the league with last season. That's twice as many points exactly as St Mirren, were 35 points clear of third place, for a team who've had 2 managers leaving mid-season for various reasons over the last couple of seasons, against a team who've had the same manager for 2 whole years. I think we're going to be okay. It's been a terrible season, but we'll have a proper review of that on another one of these daft wee videos. But it's a nice way to see out this season. It was a 3-0 win in Paisley, so let's enjoy that before we get into the juicy stuff about who is all going to be leaving and what we're going to do next season. Thanks, folks.